Live.
Namaskar and a very good morning to everybody. Swasti prajabhyam paripalayanta nyayena margena mahim mahisha gosajjanebhya shubhamastu nityam loka samastaha sukhino bhavantu. A very good morning to everybody and a very warm welcome to the morning student program. Here we have several students who speak about the fervor of freedom struggle and all the unsung heroes who have changed and who have paved way for a free India. Those who don't know history cannot create history. In view of educating our youth with our great history of motherland, Disha Bharat, an NGO started in 2005, conducts various programs both online and offline. Important days of national importance are celebrated to make the public know about the great heritage and sacrifices of real heroes of Bharat. Through these programs, students will be given a platform to share ideas and exhibit their talent through our Facebook page. Disha Bharat nurtures the talent in youth and enables to use their talent towards nation building. Namaskar, this is Smriti Khare and I am a program coordinator at Disha Bharat. The first speaker for today is Miriala Neha. She is a student of Farm D second year from Sarojini Naidu Vanita Pharmacy Mahavidyalaya, Hyderabad, Telangana. She has been a top scorer in her academics and has received gold medal in NCC batch in the year 2017. Has participated in Biome 2023, an international conference held in Hyderabad, and has received prize for best poster presentation. Has also presented at several other national and international conferences. Let us invite Miriala Neha to speak today about an unsung hero, Hemu Kalani.
Hi everyone, let me start by saying a few words about me. I am Neha of Family second year from Sarojini Naidu Vanita Pharmacy, Mahavidyalaya, Hyderabad, Telangana. Before starting my speech, I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. My talk is particularly related to unsung freedom fighters. Hemandas Kalani was a revolutionary and freedom fighter during the Indian independence movement. Hemu was born to the Kalani family on March 23, 1924 in Old Sukur and belonged to a middle class family. He was popular as Hemu Kalani. He was the eldest child of Sri Peshumal Kalani and Smith Jitibai Kalani. Received his primary education in the ancient city of Sukur and his higher education at the renowned Tilak High School of Sukur. His uncle, the late Dr. Mangaram Kalani, a famous conference leader and a seasoned freedom fighter, has a long-lasting influence on the young boy. When Gandhiji launched the Quit India movement in 1942, it was at a time of freedom movement. Hemu Kalani, who was greatly influenced by the action and was inspired by his uncle, joined the Swaraj Sena, a revolutionary group, and rose to its top official status. This group established a revolutionary command during one of its meetings in secret to carry out some daring revolutionary activities for liberating Mother India from the chains of colonialism. Rarely individuals of his age ever considered doing something for the country. Yet, here was a student about to take his matriculation exam who was fervently committed to the cause of driving the British out of India. On October 2nd, 1942, the Swaraj Sena received secret information that a train carrying military personnel and hardware was to proceed to quell the political uprising in the northwest Frontier province. where the followers of Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan had created virtual hell for the British colonialists. Kalani resolved to stop the ammunition and decided to derail the train. He called an urgent meeting of his revolutionary group where it was decided that he, along with two companions, would remove the fish plates despite the fact that neither he nor his colleagues had the necessary tools and so had to use a rope as a means to uproot the fixings. Unfortunately for the trio, the noise created by their operation reached the ears of the guards stationed in the nearby area, and on hearing the heavy footsteps of the guards, his two accomplices left off, but Kalani felt himself fall into the arms of his captors. Kalani underwent third-degree torture by the Indian Imperial Police to reveal the names of his accomplices and the organization to which he belonged, but refused to say any information and bravely bore the brunt of the repeated assaults on him. He took the entire blame upon himself and stated to the authorities that if they believed their acts of subverting the freedom struggle with arms and ammunition was justified, then so was his intended act of derailing the train. Sindh at the time was under material law, and his case was referred to a material law court at Hyderabad, where the authorities tried Kalani for treason against the British Empire and sentenced him to life imprisonment. But realizing the immense popularity that Kalani had acquired across the region and fearing that his act of bravery would have a huge influence on the minds of Bharatiyas, they decided to set an apt example to extinguish the expected flurry of patriotic emotions and enhanced the verdict to a death sentence. Kalani's brother Descartes recalled later, "My father went to all the leading British men and begged for clemency. He even volunteered to be hanged himself in exchange for the life of his young son. Even as his parents and admirers ran from pillar to post, trying desperately to have his sentence altered, Kalani himself was a picture of calm and composure, unflustered by the prospect of losing his life, waiting for the D-Day when his name would be inscribed in the golden pages of history. He breathed his last with a smile on his face and the slogans Inquilad Zindabad and Bharat Mata Ki Jai on his lips. It is widely believed that when he was asked to state his customary last wish, Kalani, before having the noose tightened around his neck, wished that everyone around him, including the British official, raised nationalist slogans. When he was hanged up, he was only 19, and when he was hanged up, he took the Bhagavad Gita in his hands. On January 23, 1943, Kalani's mortal remains were consigned to the flames on the banks of the Indus with due honor, and the day is celebrated as Sindhi Youth Day and Martyrdom Day by Sindhis every year to keep his memory alive and to inspire the youth of today. On August 21, 2003, Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee has unveiled a life-size statue of Himu Kalani in the Parliament complex. Prime Minister Indira Gandhi released a stamp in his memory on October 18, 1983 at the Vishwa Sindhi Sammelana in New Delhi. There are also innumerable memorials in Kalani's name at various cities in northern and western Bharat, including a Shahid Himu Kalani Sarvodaya Bal Vidyalaya in New Delhi. With respect to his significant contributions in freedom struggle, there are many imminent and succeeded inspiration stories There are many untold about freedom fighters which were unaware of it, which we are unaware of it, and there are many such freedom fighters who fought for the Indians' freedom, or there are many untold stories about the freedom fighters. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I wish you a very, very, very happy 77th Independence Day. It has been an absolute honor to take part in this event. I would like to express my sincere gratitude for giving me this opportunity. Thank you everyone. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Neha, for inspiring us all with that awe-inspiring story of Hemu Kalani, who was a revolutionary at a young age of in his teen years, really. The next speaker is Tanvi Nitin Javlikar. Tanvi is pursuing her BBA from Garvare College of Commerce, Pune. Tanvi has been a very enthusiastic speaker and has participated in several competitions within her college and even outside. She keeps wanting to know more about several unsung heroes and was so enthusiastic to participate that she has sent an amazing video also for us. We welcome Tanvi Nitin Javlikar to speak a few words on Aurobindo Ghosh.
Hello everyone, myself Tanvi Javlikar from TYBBA MES Garvare College of Commerce. Today I am going to talk about the freedom leader and philosopher Aurobindo Ghosh.
Sir Aurobindo Ghosh. Sir Aurobindo Ghosh was an Indian philosopher, yogi, Maharshi, poet and Indian nationalist. Aurobindo Ghosh was born in Kolkata, the Bengal Presidency on 15th of August 1872 in a Bengali Kayastha family that was associated with the village of Konagar in the Hooghly district in the present day of West Bengal. He was also a journalist editing newspapers such as Vande Mataram. He joined the Indian movement for independence from British colonial rule until 1910. He was one of its influential leaders and then became a spiritual reformer, introducing his visions on human progress and spiritual importance. During his stay in Baroda, he also contributed to many articles to Indu Prakash and had spoken as a chairman of Baroda College. Aurobindo Ghosh also joined the state service in 1893, working first in the survey and settlements departments, later moving to the Department of Revenue and then to the Secretariat, and much miscellaneous work like teaching grammar and assisting in writing speeches for Maharaja Gaikwad until 1897. In 1897, during his work in Baroda, he started working as a part-time French teacher at Baroda College, now which is known as Maharaja Sayajirao University of Baroda. He was later promoted to the post of vice principal of that college. During his stay at Baroda, he also self-studied Sanskrit and Bengali languages. He started taking an active interest in the politics of Indian independence movement against British colonial rule, working behind scenes as his position in the Baroda state administration barred him from an overt political activity. In 1907 to 1908, he travelled extensively to Pune, Bombay, Baroda to firm up support for the nationalist cause. Giving speeches and meetings with groups, he linked up with resistance groups in Bengal and Madhya Pradesh. While travelling to the states Aurobindo established contacts with Lokmanya Tilak and Sister Nivedita for the national cause related to national movements. He wrote many books and was also a philosopher. His philosophy was formed first by the study of Upanishads and Gita. They were the basis of my first practice of yoga, he said. With the help of his readings, he tried to move on to actual experiences. And it was on this experience that later on he founded his philosophy, not on ideas themselves, solution. He also had a stay in Pondicherry where he developed a spiritual practice. He called it an integral yoga. The central theme of his vision was the evolution of human life into a divine life within a divine body. He believed in spiritual realization that not only liberated but transformed human nature, enabling a divine life on Mother Earth. In 1926, with the help of his spiritual collaborator, Mira Alfaza, who was also referred to as the Mother, Sir Aurobindo Ashram was founded. His main literary works include The Life Divine, which deals with the philosophical aspects of integral yoga, Synthesis of Yoga, which deals with the principles and methods of integral yoga, and Savitri, a legend and a symbol, an epic poem written by him. He wrote many books like Essays on Gita, Synthesis of Yoga, The Human Cycle, Letters of Himself and the Ashram, etc. Many American editions were also published of the books written by him. He was a great leader, philosopher who influenced India and Indian culture in a positive and modern ways. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanvi, for that inspiring. Thank you, Tanvi, for that inspiring speech about Sri Aurobindo Ghosh, the first a seer, a yogi, a thinker, and a revolutionary. Such inspiring speeches have been lined up for a students program that we all really want to keep up every day and log in time, just to see these students speak so passionately about the great leaders of India. Let us take a look at the different programs that have been held up for today and further. And while we await that, here's a thank you to all. Here's a thank you to all audience who have joined with us to watch students and encourage them to participate even more passionately and speak to us about the great freedom fighters and unsung heroes of Bharat. We have several more topics remaining for the next 3 days of the student program. Also lined up are great speakers for evening, and this evening we will be having a speech on Veer Savarkar by Sri Uday Mahurkar ji. The speaker himself is so inspiring, and so is the topic that he has taken up to speak about. Awaiting more such programs and requesting you all to join in great numbers for both student program and the evening lecture series. Thank you all and have a very good day. Namaste.